So what is vapor pressure? At constant temperature, the pressure exerted by the vapor in equilibrium with its liquid is called the vapor pressure of the liquid. Always remember that at a particular temperature, the vapor pressure of a pure liquid is always constant. These are the three factors affecting the vapor pressure of a liquid. Vapor pressure of a solution containing non-volatile solid solute in liquid solvent. So vapor pressure of the solution containing non-volatile solid solute is always less than the vapor pressure of its pure solvent. The vapor pressure of such a solution is equal to the vapor pressure of its solvent as the solute is non-volatile. The surface of a solution contains solvent molecules along with solute molecules, whereas the surface of a pure solvent consists only of solvent molecules. Thus, the number of solvent molecules per unit surface area of a solution is fewer than that of the pure solvent. Therefore, at a given temperature, the number of solvent molecules evaporating is less. As a result, the pressure of the solution is found to be less than that of its pure solvent. Here we have Raoult's law of vapor pressure. So as you can see, there are two laws of vapor pressure. One, when the solute is non-volatile, and second, when both the solute and solvent are volatile. We also have the relations P is equal to x1 into P0. P0 is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. And in the second one, we have the total vapor pressure of the solution given by P1 plus P2. That is x1 P1 plus x2 P2 naught. P1 is nothing but the partial vapor pressure of component 1 and P2 is the partial vapor pressure of component 2. Next up we have ideal solution. So what is ideal solution? A solution that obeys Raoult's law of vapor pressure at all temperatures is called ideal solution. Now, two completely miscible liquids form an ideal solution if and only if these 2 points are fulfilled. That is, the molecules of the components are similar in size, shape and chemical nature, and the interactions between the unlike and the like molecules are also same in magnitude and nature. Next up we have characteristics of an ideal solution. So they obey all Raoult's law, then it is not accompanied with any volume change and without evolution or absorption of heat. These are the two examples: benzene and toluene, chlorobenzene and bromobenzene. Now we come into non-ideal solution, that is solution that does not obey Raoult's law. We also have the characteristics of a non-ideal solution, that is they do not obey Raoult's law. Formation of a non-ideal solution is always accompanied with a volume and heat change. Always remember this. Now, in case of a non-ideal solution, the partial vapor pressures of the components in the vapor above the solution or the total vapor pressure of the solution may be greater or less than those predicted by Raoult's law. Depending on this, we have two categories. The first one is binary solution showing positive deviation. So PA0 and PB0 here are the vapor pressures of pure components A and B. Red one is the experimental curve and the dotted line is a theoretical curve. What are the reasons for this positive deviation? So a binary solution composed of two volatile liquids A and B will show positive deviation only if these two things are fulfilled. Example is ethanol acetone, ethanol water or ethanol N-hexane. Second, we have binary solution showing negative deviation. Here also, like the previous one, PA0 and PB0 are the vapor pressures of pure component A and B. Red curve is the experimental curve and dotted line is a theoretical curve. These are the reasons for the negative deviation. So with this we come to the end of the video. I hope you liked it and found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching. The next video will be up soon, so stay tuned.